Oh, we've met her. She's from Finland.
Okay.
All right, it's 7
kind of a
o'clock.
surprise.
I'm going to call the meeting to order.
They can do that.
Mitchell,
Here.
Chisman,
Present.
Thompson,
Here?
McSparron, not here. He may be on his way. Okay. First order of business on the consent agenda. We have the minutes. You see the checks that we need to approve. Anybody have any questions?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Then move to approve the consent agenda. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay.
Nay.
Motion carries. 2 ayes, 1 nay. Mayor's report, couple of things. It's interesting when we call city attorney and ask a question about procedure and what we should do and how we should do this or what we, first thing she always does is she quotes what the code says.
Sorry, that was Brian. He said over at City Hall, wanted to know if we had a meeting.
Oh. He evidently did look at his packet. Then she says, but in your case in Blakesburg, the way people are there, you need to do this, this, and this, even though it's not required. You call the League of Cities, it's kind of the same thing. They say, this is what the code says, but, and so it's interesting that we're special in the state. Every place we go. Questions about the AFR. The AFR is in process. The state has been notified as far as where we are. Mr. Always, who's doing that for us, he had an emergency. One of his, either his son or his daughter, had a real serious medical problem, so he and his wife left Arizona. They're up in northern Iowa watching the kids while their child recuperates, but he'll be back in Arizona on the 17th, and he'll get that finished and get it in. So that's in process. It's late, but we've been in contact with the state as far as that goes. Don't know have any other thing just right now. We'll have a couple other things coming out here, but next, Christy Johnson works at the library. She's already a city employee. We were told by the League of Cities and by our attorney that we have to post a job. We don't have to interview because since she's already employed, we can appoint her or assign her expanded duties to be the deputy clerk, and so that's what we'd like to do. She'll start probably next week. She came in and spent some time today with Roberta.
I didn't know we switched.
I'm sorry. I tried to put it in big letters on the agenda, but at least it's not that far away. So I would need a motion that we approve Christy Johnson as expanded duties to include the deputy clerk.
So moved.
Is there a second? Seconded by Brian. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay.
Nay.
So we go 2-2. Okay. Is there discussion as to why we're saying nay? Or
I'd like to make a motion that we table this and try to determine the hours, this is a new job description, rate of pay, and kind of look it over a little bit and see what we come up with.
we talked about, I mean, the pay would be the same, $10 an hour that she's making at the library. And the duties, we talked about what she's going to be doing. She's been meeting with Roberta as far as that goes. And it is a new position as far as that. But, we can table it if you want to table it. But according to the League of Cities, we don't really have to, don't even really have to approve it. We can just, since she's already on the payroll, we just can assign her those duties, but I thought I would bring it to the council.
They mentioned to me that it was important to have job descriptions.
Right.
And I'm getting off, I'll quit there.
Okay, we have a job description that it's, for the clerk, and it's basically the same thing, it's just that she doesn't do it all. Then if we want to table it, we need to make a motion, someone needs to move to table it.
I think I made that motion.
Oh, yeah, that's right, I need a
please.
second.
I'll second it.
Is there, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay.
Nay.
Did you vote, Brian?
Say aye.
Okay, all right, no, that's carried. Table for right now. City maintenance interviews, we had 2 people that applied. Either one of them said that they were just about available most any time. I'd like to do it sometime. Everybody doesn't have to be there. If you want to be, I mean, then we can bring a recommendation back. On Thursday, the 16th, at some time. It doesn't have to be 7 o'clock, it can be another time. It can be earlier during the day if it needs to be. But we need to get that done so that we can come back at our next meeting and before and have somebody hired to do that. We've been really good with the snow. I think since we fixed the snow plow and got the truck running, that
It is running down.
yeah, there's a trick to starting it, but we got it started. So, but we haven't needed it, which we're going to have to. Donna was going to have to be out there plowing snow, so I'm glad we didn't have to do that. So, what is a good time for you guys on Thursday the 16th?
No preference.
Okay. You just to be evening, real or morning.
It has to be morning.
I need for it to be in the morning.
Okay, what if we did it, say at 8:30 on Thursday morning? Could you be there? Okay, we're going to schedule for 8:30 Thursday morning. I'll get in touch with the other person. Thursday, AM.
What are you gonna do with auditors?
Well,
Monday through Thursday.
We'll meet someplace else. We'll work that out at a later time. We need to, I've already done some work and talked some things about the budget as far as that goes, but we need to set a date next week, following week, that we can sit down and get that started. We have time to get it done, and we can approve it at our March 13th meeting. I have a calendar here. The week of the 20, we got 22, 23, 24 for a work session. Tuesdays are bad for you, Bill, if I remember right?
It won't matter this time.
This time. So which would be better for you folks, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday of that week, the 21, 22nd, or the 23rd?
This is not the 20th, I'm good.
You have something, Donna?
Is it in the evening?
Yeah,
I
probably.
have a meeting conflict. I have another meeting that night.
Which night? Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Or
Any of
Wednesday?
the others are work point.
Why don't we make it Wednesday, 22nd, George Washington's birthday?
What time?
You want to go, just go at 7, that way we can keep it consistent. We can't approve the council person tonight because I failed to put in the fact that everybody, the citizens have 14 days to ask for a special election. And the notice didn't say that, even though everybody knows that. So we're going to have to postpone that. I'm calling a special meeting for 10 a.m. on this Saturday. Does that work for everybody? To consider this particular issue. So
February 18th at 10.
yes. So we're going to table that until then. I need a motion to table that until the,
I will make that motion to
okay, is there a
table
second?
appointment.
A second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All right. The Rathbun Regional Water approval thing came, it seems like we just did it, but I was thinking it was like last year, about March, that we did in the second, it hung on the wall of the window of City Hall for 3 to 6 months. It's time to do the 2016, and the cost is $100 if we have them do it, and they produce it and post it where it has to go, and they give us 6 copies that we can post wherever we need to. It's not really, we have an option whether we want them to do it or whether we want to do it, which we'd have to gather all the information and put all that stuff down, or we can let them do it, but it has to be done. So what would be your pleasure concerning this water report?
You're saying it worked for us last year, didn't it?
Yes, and the year before that, as far as I know, and the year before that.
I'll make a motion that we approve Rathbun Regional Water to do our 2016 Consumer Confidence Report for the city.
All right, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, we have 2 seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Is there any old business? I tried to think of some, I couldn't think of anything that, is there any new business?
Well, I'm not sure. Talking about job descriptions, I think we need to visit that on our maintenance position.
We have one.
We do have one?
Yes, we have a job description for the maintenance person.
Could we look at that?
Yeah, I can get you copies of that.
Can we
When we do interviews, we can look at.
Can we have the amended?
But it's not casting concrete, no. Not sure if that goes. We can look at that. And then, there's some in the employee manual, and then we have some other stuff, and then we also have a. I'll get the word here in a minute. An evaluation for the maintenance people. I know my mind went blank there just for a minute. Is there any other old business?
Welcome to the crowd.
Pardon?
I said, welcome to the crowd.
Yeah. I know. So I don't have Alzheimer's, I just have part-timers right now, so we're moving that direction. Let me make a note here. And we talked about this briefly before, but when they were here and did our IWC, whatever it is, the workers' comp part, they do a walkthrough every year to look at stuff. And, the only thing that was on the plan that they talked about this year was that since we require a drug test and we do require that we need to require a physical of some kind that they approve it. So that was their only suggestion if we hadn't, and we didn't really have that in the other one, but it does. So it's a post-job offer physical that we pay for in the drug screen. So that will be part of that. Anybody have anything else? Yes, sir.
I've got a couple questions if I could. Just to clarify, the February 22nd, is that a special meeting or a work session?
It's a work session.
Work session for the budget.
Yes.
Okay, not a special meeting to approve.
Not a special meeting, no,
Okay.
just the work session.
Okay, second question is, a couple, 3 months ago, I had asked you about whether we had submitted the zoning ordinance to
And
the
no,
things of.
I took something down there, but it was the wrong thing. We have to have an original copy that's signed by myself and Roberta to give to them.
Original copy.
That's what she said. That's what, it can't be a copy of a copy.
Okay.
So it's just one, and we have to get that out, and I told the lady that I would get that done, get it down there this week or next week, as soon as I can get it.
So within the next couple of weeks, you
Yes.
should have that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's, I thought there was something else, but that's what she said we had to have. Anything else? Yes, sir?
Any idea when you guys might pay the fire tax for the 2016-2017 year?
Can I tell you right now, we're gonna do it today? No, but we will,
I know.
we should be, we're probably into the second quarter, or maybe the third quarter, we'll, there's half of it, so we'll, put that, try to get that done the 1st of March. First of March, okay?
Cool.
And our fire tax is going to go down, has gone down, is going to go down. I think that's $7,700, $7,800.
I thought you said 73.
73, but
I think it was.
I think
I
when
could
I
be
was working
wrong.
through the budget, I think I put down 77 just to make sure.
That could be too.
But it's an odd number, it's 74, 68 or something like that. But yeah.
7 something.
So, yeah. Anything else?
What exactly was the reason for the council decision table for the council person?
The reason is because when I put the ad in the paper, it was supposed to say that we intend to appoint the council person at our next meeting, and the citizens have the right to petition within 14 days for a special election. I didn't say that. Even though everybody knows that, I didn't say it. So Heather called today and said we probably shouldn't do that. So that's the reason.
So it's in the paper now then?
It'll be in the paper tomorrow, and that's why we're having a meeting on at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning to do that. I tried to see if we could squeeze it in Friday night, since it would be published 4 days, but they said no, it has to be 4 complete days. So we can't do it till Saturday morning. If there's nothing else, I would entertain a motion to adjourn, unless anyone wants to stay around for a while.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Meeting's adjourned. So we